Hey, so I wanted to make a revised edition of transforming what could be a crisis or a traumatic event and transmuting that into something that totally benefits you and neutralize the situation. I made a video about it yesterday and I took it down because I've been finding myself very opinionated recently and just throwing shit out there like, bah! And I needed to edit it. So, because I like to use these for reference for myself to go back to when I need reminding. And it can also serve as a beneficial resource for the community, for anyone else where, if this serves you, fucking awesome. Okay. So let's get into transmuting energy. I had some really beautiful examples of it. So first things first, when we are experiencing what becomes a trauma, which is essentially when we become overwhelmed and our systems sort of shut down and go into that automatic mode of like, I don't know how to deal with this, and so that's when we start getting these behaviors and actions that not really serve us so much, but we did them in order to survive a situation, right? So before that situation actually occurs, there's a progression period, and it's the millisecond before we become super overwhelmed that we can observe our baseline or what we have inherited as survival techniques and actions and shit like that. And we can really observe that, and this is where we can tweak our information processing units and change the picture completely. So first thing is when you're starting to get that tunnel vision or the situation is happening, stop yourself and take a step back and become aware of the emotion that is occurring right now, that is dominating you right now. I'll give an example. Yesterday, I was jump roping and I was practicing some new footwork, right? It has a different rhythm to it. And so I was stumbling a lot. I started getting really fucking frustrated and cussing out the jump rope. I was sitting there like, ooh, motherfucker, and I just kept stumbling, and so I got angrier and angrier. I took off my headphones and I heard myself, and oh my God, it sounded really, really, really ugly. And I recognized that I was cursing myself because what was dominating me was this feeling of frustration and anger, but all that it was doing was focusing on the frustration and anger. So this energy of negativity, I was using it to focus on itself. Well, when negative focuses on itself, guess what becomes your opportunities? Negativity. You get blocked. There are no fucking opportunities, right? You just get blocked. You get fucked. So it was not helping me. It was not serving any type of purpose, but it's a powerful energy. So instead I took a step back. I recognized it, right? I recognized what I was feeling. And then I took that and I transmuted it into focus. So when turning negative energy into positive energy, I find that it's fucking impossible for me to just be like, fuck, this sucks. Oh, pretty rainbows, like I can't turn it like that, there has to be a middleman. And so what I find that works for me is when something gets really frustrating or there's a super, super negativity, if I turn that into focus, it's an easier process to take that sends me into positive. So it's basically turning what could be stagnant but powerful energy and putting it to use, literally turning it into willpower itself. So I took a step back and I used that frustration to focus on where I was going and opportunities for myself and only positive things, which then illuminated my next actionable steps that I could take to resolving the issue that would not have a negative emotional attachment to it. So that was bringing it back to basics. Find your rhythm. So I focused on finding my rhythm. Now, once I did that, reality began to shift for me. And all of a sudden on my playlist, this song came up that had the exact rhythm of the footwork that I was practicing. right? As if I could keep beat with the song, I was able to keep beat and rhythm with the footwork while I was jumping rope, and I was able to succeed. And I just forced myself to continue focusing on that and on the positive. Fast forward to later in the day when the would-be crisis hit, okay? And it is a fucking thing. So what I did was recognize that I was frustrated, angry, upset, recognize all the negative shit, and I stopped myself. Took myself away from the situation, and I forced that emotion into transmuting itself to focus. And then I put that focus into what was positive. How have I set myself up for success? And also a reminder of where I am going. And that also means how fucking important I am and how important my mission is, and like that ideal future self that I have, that ideal reality that I'm going to be reaching, right? So I started focusing on those opportunities and how I have led myself to that positive picture that I want in the future. And I just continued to focus on that. Once I did that, I became aware that this method of reaching an outcome that I want is not the only method, and that it's actually quite minute compared to the whole of my existence, right? So I used that to continue focusing on the positive, right? Transformed that negative energy into focus, and then use that focus for positive opportunities. Once I did that, the next actionable step that was detached emotionally became illuminated. And I used that to start resolving the conflict. Now, the conflict has not been totally resolved, but I've taken my step, and I am able to separate myself from that situation now and continue with my life, because I actually have lined a whole bunch of shit up for myself. Like, it's pretty fucking cool. Like, if you have started already doing the work on improving your life, these are the moments where you're going to see all of that playing out their role, which is really, really cool. So, that's basically what I did. This is the aftermath, right? I'm in the aftermath of this situation, this event, and I'm feeling really good about it. I have good things lined up, and it's no longer in the forefront of my mind. It has now been neutralized. So this was my process. I hope this helps you. If you have anything to add, please write in the comments what helps you transmute energy, so then you can get stuff that, so then you can better benefit yourself. Anyway, yeah, I love you a lot. Without my community here, I would not be where I am at. So I'm extremely grateful, and many blessings on your journeys, and I hope this helped. Bye.